Hi guys, it's Coach G, Dr. Greg Skelly here, and I was just thinking on counting calories, and I realized that I really believe that counting calories sucks. And I thought that I should probably express a little more articulately than that the reasons why I feel that counting calories might be a bad approach to healthy eating, and maybe I can help to reframe your thinking as well. So I got a few reasons why I think that counting calories sucks and why I think that you should probably move away from that as a healthy eating strategy or approach. The first reason is that it takes a lot of the joy, a lot of the fun out of eating. I think that very few people can honestly say that turning food into a math game is an enjoyable thing, that it allows them to preserve the excitement of a delicious meal, the fun and the enjoyment of a meal. If your approach, your thinking about food is reduced to constant macronutrient counting or calorie counting, I think it saps a lot of the love for food. And I think that we can all agree that we should be enjoying our food. We should be enjoying healthy eating. Healthy eating should be exciting. It should be, a fun thing to do. It should be a process that is self-affirming and positively reinforcing, because healthy eating done well doesn't suck at all. It's great. It's awesome. You feel fantastic. You look forward to your meals. There's no guilt associated with your meals. Man, you should love healthy eating. And one of the downsides to counting calories is that it can really take a lot of the joy, a lot of the fun, excitement out of eating healthy. That's the first thing. The second reason why I'm not a fan of counting calories is that I think it creates an adverse relationship with food. And let's be extremely clear here. Every single one of you has a relationship with food of some sort. Some of you have a really healthy and positive and affirming relationship with food. And some of you guys have a terrible relationship with food. In fact, we can go so far as to say that a lot of people out there who are hearing this message right now may have an abusive relationship with food, where you abuse food and food abuses you. Here are some signs that you abuse food or that abuses you. Do you feel guilty after you eat? That's a sign of a bad relationship with food. Do you have guilt regularly associated with eating? That's a bad sign. Do you struggle with yes, I should, no, I shouldn't, yes, I should, no, I shouldn't? Do you have these back and forth emotional, conscience-based battles with yourself about your food? If so, there's a very good chance that you have developed an adversarial relationship with food. And I really feel like counting calories magnifies a bad relationship with food, or can destroy a positive relationship with food, a good relationship with food, because it promotes the idea that less is better. And that is not true. That's really not true for a lot of people out there. Less food is not necessarily better. I'd say that the average person with the average diet, their problem isn't how many calories they're eating. Their biggest problem is the fact that the calories they consume are giving them little to nothing in return. They're consuming empty or very low quality calories that are not giving them energy and nourishment and all the positive hormonal responses that we should be experiencing from food. Less is not always better. If you have a diet that has no fruits and vegetables in it whatsoever, less is not better for you. You need those carbohydrates. A lot of folks out there have insufficient daily protein intake. A lot of folks out there have insufficient daily dietary fat intake, and they overconsume on sugar, for example. And so if their focus is on eat less, eat less, eat less, which is what calorie counting usually amounts to, it's usually the mindset or approach or strategy that if I'm going to eat healthy, first thing I got to do is eat less food. And that is generally not true. Third thing that is the reason why I think that we should all move away from calorie counting is that it's the content of what you eat matters so much. And I think that looking at food like, I got to count my calories, creates the idea that what I eat matters less than how much of it that I eat. When I was back in college, there were a handful of females that I knew. They would do this thing called calorie saving, which was if they were going out on a Friday night or a Saturday night and they wanted to drink, they would save their calories all day so that they could have those fruity drinks or the beer or the whiskey or whatever in the evening and still stay within a certain calorie threshold. Like they'd stay at 1,000 calories a day or less. And I think that a lot of calorie counting comes down to this kind of mentality that, all right, so I want to have pizza today, so I'm not going to eat anything until I get to the pizza because I want to save my calories for that. And it creates this mind space. It creates this attitude about food that what I eat could be whatever as long as it still fits within my calorie goal for the day. Which, think about it this way, if your goal, just hypothetically, if your goal were to stay at fewer than 1,000 calories a day, and you knew you wanted to have pizza, or you knew that you wanted to have, I don't know, cake, for example, not hating on those foods, just saying, let's just that was your example. You wanted to have cake, you wanted to have pizza in the evening, that would mean that you would probably eat nothing at all until you got to that meal, and then you'd blow through all 1,000 of your calories for the day eating pizza or cake in one shot. And then the sum total of your nourishment for the day was a pizza or a cake. That is a recipe for feeling really pretty crappy. Not just immediately afterward, but for a while, because you're not only underfed, you are dramatically malnourished at that point. And how awesome is it that we live in a country where it is so incredibly easy to access healthy foods? I mean, we literally can't drive 10 minutes any direction without passing by several grocery stores where we can get apples dirt cheap. We can get amazing variety of produce so inexpensively. It's really amazing how spoiled we are in this country. And reducing food to a math game, killing the joy of healthy eating and focusing more on how much I eat versus what I eat are just really effective ways to get a really bad experience from healthy eating, quote unquote. So my hope is that this video has kind of reframed how you look at calorie counting. And while I think there may be a time and a place for calorie counting for some folks, I think that for most people, it's a losing battle. I think that for most people, it would really take away from the opportunity to love food and be healthy. And for those reasons, I really think that it's just best that if we can take a more intelligent approach to healthy eating, we move away from calorie counting and we move toward other ways of thinking. Anyway, another episode of WOD Doctors here. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, click the subscribe button at the bottom. We'd love to have you guys get quick access when we post more videos and content. You can get instant notifications about those videos if you subscribe. Subscribe, leave a comment below. Love to talk to you guys further. And if I don't talk to you again today, let's make the rest of your life the best of your life. Have a beautiful and blessed day, guys.